there, listeners. It's your annoyingly optimistic host here, bringing you another season of the Annoyingly Optimistic Show. Welcome to Season 2, Voicemails to Tim. Now, let's meet Tim. He's been running his own small business for almost 3 years now, and let's just say he's hit a bit of a rough patch. You know how it is. Sometimes you get so stuck, you make yourself busy and just avoid finding the real problems. Well, that's Tim. So as a good friend, I decided to leave him a daily voicemail, if I can't get hold of him, filled with nuggets of inspiration, insight and wisdom, and downright brilliant ideas to help get him unstuck. Every day, in just under 10 minutes, I'll share some tips, tricks, and a healthy dose of optimism to get Tim, and maybe even you, back on track. Because let's face it, we're all a little tired, in need of help, and muddling through. So here we go. Oh wait, never mind. Tim's being busy. Here's the voicemail I left him today.
Hi Tim, Paul again. Missed you again. I hope you're doing well, mate. We must catch up again soon. It's been a little while since we've got together again. So I've been throwing lots of different kind of things at you, and I'm trying to, as different ideas when we talk, I'm going to get your email come in, just kind of things that which kind of spark, and that's what I'm just kind of share. So they're a little bit kind of all over the place, but hopefully each one of them kind of helps and might give you something. If something particularly resonates, obviously just let us know. So one of the things I wanted to kind of focus on today, and it's something that we can lose, we can get lost in the weeds along the way, is you started your business because you wanted to help people and, without sounding too grandiose, make people's lives better. And I want to get you back to that a little bit. I know we talked about finding out why you kind of started and things like that, but I want to kind of focus on and get you to really kind of think about this and actually do it. This isn't one of those exercises. I want you to kind of do this, is that pick half a dozen of your best customers, ones that have come in recently, think you're fantastic and all the rest of it. So we're going to focus on one of those. What could you do? Okay, what could you do that's different, that's unusual, that would surprise them and delight them? What could you do to really kind of make their day, just out of the blue? Send them something, call them, do something for them, something that would really, really just take their breath away. Just to give you an example, customer, going back a couple of years, may even been during COVID, if you remember that far off distant time. And yeah, it was just after COVID, that was it. And the customer kind of come in, they spent some money and normal kind of with one of my clients, and they were kind of chatting, they got to know them and stuff like that. And they were talking about they had an anniversary coming up. And the husband and wife were having a chat because while they were kind of waiting of where they were going to go for their anniversary. And basically, I can't remember the exact ins and outs of it, but it came down to that the wife wanted to go to a steak restaurant, the husband wanted to go to an Italian, and there was something in there that basically it was her particular steak restaurant that she liked, and she ended up winning. But yeah, good thing too. But so, my client kind of knew this, and I was speaking to them afterwards, and they just spent really well, and they'd had a great time. And I said, so when are you sending them the voucher? And like, what do you mean? I said, well, you know that they're going to this steak restaurant as an anniversary treat. You know it's in a couple of weeks' time. Go and buy them a voucher. What do you mean buy them a voucher? Well, you know where they're going. They're a great customer. Treat them, surprise them, do something to make them go, wow. So after a little bit of toing and froing, they did. He went out, bought the voucher, put it in a little kind of envelope, posted it to them. And as you can probably imagine, the reason why I'm telling you this story, the reaction to that was absolutely phenomenal. They were taking pictures of it, put it on their social media. They told 3 or 4 close friends, 2 of which then kind of booked in. They sent a thank you note. They'd already left a review. They went and left another review. They were just genuinely delighted and surprised by something where he'd taken the time to listen to them, to what they were doing, to their life, and he'd basically done something completely, nothing to do with the product he was selling, but something for them that showed he kind of listened and he cared. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to pick a customer, pick someone that you think this would be amazing. And what could you do for them? What could you do that would be exciting, that would be different, that would be so unusual? Think of it in your own world. What could you do or what could someone do for you that would genuinely surprise you and you'd think it was fantastic and amazing and you want to tell everyone about it? Spend a little time today, not tomorrow, not next week, doesn't matter how busy you are, spend a bit of time and come up with something where you can surprise someone, where you can really make their day and really kind of just interject yourself back into their lives. They go, God, that Tim's a great guy. We want to tell more people about him, and just do something, because that's the kind of stuff that goes around. And why not make that part of every customer journey? Every customer, there's a little treat, because you get really close to them, you find out a lot about them, you get to know them. Well, use that information. We, as people, we love to be listened to, we love to be heard. And the idea of someone that takes that and then uses that and does something very, very special with it. You know what I do with my Father Christmas things and stuff like that. Those little touches are things that really, really make the difference. And again, when we're struggling, when we're focused and trying to juggle lots of things, we lose sight in the most important thing, which is basically making those customers happy, both with what we do on our everyday kind of thing, but also what we can do beyond that. So that's your little homework, as it were, Tim, little kind of challenge. Focus on a couple of your customers and come up with something unique and original. Don't just send them a thank you card. Don't just send them a box of chocolates. What are the things that you know about them? I remember years ago, it was a photographer I was working with, actually, and they gave people a little goodie bag at the end, which had a box of chocolates and a bottle of wine in and some other things, and a little kind of thank you card when they came to pick up their artwork. And they said to them, go enjoy your artwork, and here's a little treat. Once you've got the picture up on the wall, you can enjoy this. And I was speaking to them, I said, well, what wine do you give them? And they said, oh, it's, whatever one's kind of on offer. I said, what, red, white? And they said, well, yeah, it depends. I said, what if they don't like red or white? Oh, I never really kind of thought of that. I said, well, and all that we did, long story short, in their kind of, as they came to be a customer and they asked them a few questions, a random question just slipped in there was what wine they liked. And it was made a bit of a joke because this was before the session, stuff like that. But that piece of information then was used at the other end. So when they got their gift bag, it was Prosecco, it was white wine, it was rosé, it was red. They'd heard and they'd listened, and they then used that, and it made that gift even better. So there's your challenge, Tim. Think of one of your customers, look at some of your customers and surprise them, delight them, give them something to make them go, wow. And it will give you a bit of a boost. The exercise, but also what you'll get back from that. So hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon, Tim. Bye for now.
And that's it for today's episode of Voicemails to Tim on the Annoyingly Optimistic Show. Now remember, Tim might be busy, but we're all in this together. Whether you're tired, in need of help, or just muddling through, Tim is here for you because, well, Tim is you. Yes, you heard that right. Tim isn't just my friend, he's a reflection of all of us who are struggling to make it work. TIM stands for tired, in need of help, and muddling through. So if you're feeling like a Tim, you're not alone. For all those ambitious listeners, if you've got a burning business question, a quirky thought, or just want to see if you can leave an even weirder voicemail, head over to the website voicemailstotim.com, submit your question, and maybe, just maybe, you'll hear your idea in a future voicemail to Tim. So until then, stay annoyingly optimistic, keep pushing forward, and remember, if life gives you lemons, leave a voicemail about it.